Hello, my name is Rickard, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use your black and white eyedroppers in Photoshop to match colors. This is one lesson out of 28 in my upcoming course on color matching in Photoshop. In it, I show you all the techniques and all the tools in Photoshop for color matching. By the end of it, you won't just know how to color match, but you'll have full control of the tone, color, exposure, and contrast of your images. If you're interested in that, I'll include a link to that in the description of this video. Otherwise, if you want to use the same images that I use in this tutorial, I'll also include a link to those in the description of this video. You can go ahead, download those, and then dive into the lesson. So let's go to File, Open. I'm going to open this O2 matching portrait. This is the file we worked with before. And I want to go ahead and pull in a different background. So let's go Place Embedded. I've got this O4 mountain file. I'm going to go ahead and place that. And here what I want to do is I want to transfer the color grade of this background onto our subject using curves, but not doing it through a lot of technique, instead using it by just using our eyedropper tools. So let's take our subject and move him over to the left a little bit. Just want to have access to my white point here, my black point, and also my midpoint. I'm going to go ahead and add a curves layer. And for this trick, you kind of need two curve adjustments, one for your color and then one for your black and white points. So I'm going to use this one for my color, and I'm going to call this color adjustment. And I want to clip it so that it's just applying to our subject here. And then I want to make sure I have the curve selected, not the mask. When you first add an adjustment layer, it will auto select the curve. So just be careful of that. And then what I'm going to do is hold down Option and click on Auto, and that's going to bring up my auto color correction options. If you have this Enhance Brightness and Contrast selected, you'll notice that your target colors and clipping here are grayed out. So click on this Fine, Dark, and Light Colors. And what we're going to do is change our target colors to match our background. So let's click on our shadows, and I'm going to select this color here, this blue color, and that's going to be our black. And I don't want any clipping, meaning I want it to remain that color. With clipping, it'll allow it to get 0.1% darker than this blue, and I don't want that, so I'm going to put this on 0. Next, we have our midtones. So here, I want to select basically the color of my midtone. So I'm going to select kind of this color in here. And then I'm just going to set the brightness of this to 50. And then hit OK. And then for my highlights, I'm going to select this. And I'm going to select kind of this cream color in here. And right away, you can see these colors are starting to line up with this background. And that's what I want. So I'm going to hit OK. And I don't want these to be the default colors, so I'm going to hit No. I just want them to be the target colors for this curve adjustment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another curve adjustment underneath this one. And it's going to auto clip it because it's below a already clipped layer. And we're going to call this tone adjustment. And with this one, all I'm going to do is adjust my black and white points to kind of better match this image. So I'm going to pull it down and then pull in my shadows here. And as you can see, because of this color adjustment, my blacks aren't turning black, they're actually turning the black point of the background. And I might not want to clip so much information, I might just want to add a point, make it darker that way. So maybe something like this. And there you can see, without doing any manual color adjustments or having to dive into the channels, I have a really good match between these images. And that's because I used my eyedroppers to determine what is my highlights, meaning the color of my white points, the color of my midtones, and also the color of my black. So that's a little trick there and a more advanced way to use your eyedroppers. Now, in reality, this is kind of a complicated workflow, but if you understand it, you can kind of repeat it pretty often. In my opinion, you're better off just understanding the colors well enough so that you don't have to do this. But until you get good at it, this is a great way of doing it, and you get these adjustments in here that really match your background colors on a per channel basis without having to understand all those individual channels. So there you have it. That's how you can color match images using the black and white eyedroppers inside of Photoshop. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is just one lesson in my upcoming masterclass on color matching. In that course, I show you all the techniques and all the tools for color matching inside of Photoshop. And this is one of those fundamental skills that you need as a designer, photographer, or digital artist. It is one of the key skills for compositing and really is the make or break of whether two images look like they belong together. So if you're interested in that, I've included a link where you can find more information on that course. It will be releasing soon, so get on the wait list for a special early bird discount. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications, leave a like, leave a comment. I do read all of them. And here's some other tutorials you can check out. I will see you next time.